It's a pleasure to have you here. We are live from our studios in Kokomlemle on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144, and around the world at myjoyonline.com. We start off on a rather sad note. 6 persons have been confirmed dead and over 60 people are believed to be trapped in rubble after an uncompleted church building in Achimba to be collapsed on a congregation. Now, the story building is said to be constructed by the Church of Prosperity, and some eyewitnesses who spoke to JoyNews have been saying that all they heard was a loud noise and all they saw was dust. Well, Kwesi Azor, who is Eastern Region correspondent with JoyNews, tells us more on what is happening. Hello, Kwesi.
Hello.
Great to have you here. So, as the last time we spoke, right before coming into the studio, we understand that NADMO had confirmed 6 persons dead, but they're not able to tell us the number of persons trapped.
Yes, that's currently as I'm talking to you right now. They have they have retrieved 2 bodies this morning. The one is an old woman, and another one is a man. The old woman is alive now, but the man is dead. If you look at the age, he is about 60, 65 years old. He couldn't survive now. Now he is dead. As I'm talking to you at the moment, there's another team from Accra. They have brought snipers, dogs, who are also coming to help them search for those who have been trapped in the building over there. There's another team of police personnel from Accra and the region, the NADMO. They are all here helping to rescue those trapped over there at the collapsed building currently.
Kwesi, where is the owner of the church, and what are church authorities saying about this incident?
This morning, we came here this morning and we wanted to talk to the man. The name is Prophet Akwa Isaac. I wanted to talk to the man, and according to some of the relatives and some of the church members here, they say the man is very sick at the moment. He can't speak with the press. And according to the report that we gather here, indicates that he was sick. So the church members wanted to organize a prayer for him. After the prayer, they went to the church building. That's where the church collapsed. The building collapsed. So the man is currently sick in the rooms there. The vehicles are here, but currently I haven't even put my eyes on him.
Okay.
But the chief and people over here are telling us that the man is very sick. The pastor is sick in the room there.
But he doesn't have any leaders, elders, administrators of the church who can tell us something about this or respond?
Going closer to them, they say, hey, media, we don't want to talk to the media.
All right.
We don't want to talk to the media. I wanted to talk to some of the relatives who are some people or some church members who have lost their relatives here. But they say, no, we won't talk to the media. We won't talk to the media. So we are currently here observing what is going on here.
All right.
Currently, after today, from this morning now, they have retrieved 2 bodies, 2.
Okay.
1 man and a woman.
Okay. Okay. So we understand that there was a directive from the Ghana Geological Survey Department to the church for the building to be brought down because they had raised issues with the structural efficiency of the building or the structural integrity, I must say, of the building. Do you know anything about that?
Yes. Early this morning, I spoke with an assembly member for the area, Honorable Miraku Yeboah, and he says he knew that story, that the assembly and some of the people authorities asked the man to stop the building. You know, my sister, as we are talking to you right now, the man built it himself. He didn't bring any architecture, any contractor, any building contractor. He did it himself, including with help of church members. So I heard that they said he should stop back. You know, the man says, according to the DC, he said the man says, it is church building. God will look after them. Nothing will happen. And suddenly, this has happened.
So, if I get you right, there's reinforcement from Accra as rescue efforts are underway. Initially, NADMO and the Ghana Fire Service were saying they could hear people calling out from the rubble. Is that still, do you still hear voices at the scene? Do you still hear people crying for help?
Yes. There's one guy who has been helping to rescue these people who are trapped in the collapsed building. I mean, he was a couple of minutes ago, and he says he could hear people screaming in the building. He could hear people screaming. So he said he heard a certain man screaming that Momejimio, Momejimio. So he could hear people screaming inside the collapsed building. So I think one or two people are still in who are not there.
We are seeing visuals on our screen now, but those were recorded last night. Can you give us a mental picture of what the place looks like this morning?
Well, this morning, there's a lot of military personnel here, the police, the NADMO, the Ghana Fire Service, the National Ambulance, and all the security services. So they are here to help, rescue those people in there. And this morning, there's town folks, the youth in this very area says they wanted to help the police to, rescue those people there. But initially, the police were not allowing them. But I think they have spoken to one or two authorities. They have allowed these guys to get inside there, help the police to get these people out from the collapsed building. So this morning, they're still searching for the people. There are 3 excavators here, and they are adding more. I think they're going to bring more excavators to help search those who are trapped in the building. And the police, they are keeping on coming, and the national security, the national service, fire service, they are all here to help rescue the people.
Yeah, and do you still have relatives of persons who are still trapped, thronging the site?
Yes, they are here. I saw them this morning. I wanted to come closer to them to speak with them, but they say they will not talk to us. And again, you could hear them crying, screaming, but if you get closer to them, they just stop. I don't know that the authorities of the church have asked them not to talk to us. Well, I don't know. But if you get closer to them, they just say, no, we won't talk. The media, we won't talk to you. The media, we won't talk to you. The media, we won't talk to you. Yeah.
All right.
This is what is going on.
Okay, we'll leave it here, Chrissy, and hopefully we'll get some good news on rescue efforts there in the eastern region. That's Chrissy Azor. He is with the our sister station, Adum News, and he's reporting from the eastern region where that unfortunate incident occurred, and we are following it closely. Our condolences to the families of those who've lost loved ones. This is your election headquarters, JoyNews, home of fearless, independent and credible journalism. The battle line has been drawn and the stage is set for a heated contest between 12 candidates in the December 7 polls. The campaign has taken another twist with the balloting organized yesterday by the Electoral Commission. The parties are now given interpretation to their position on the ballot paper and creating messages that will make it easier for the electorate to vote for them. That's more in the following report.
Aspirants cleared by the EC to contest this year's elections were present at the commission to participate in the balloting. The NDC, represented by its Deputy General Secretary Peter Boama Otokono, raised concerns over the procedure adopted by the commission even before the process began.
There are 12 political parties. 11 political parties, 1 independent candidate. They are not going through the ballot. But to remove the element of bias, it is just fair that we see how the ballot is prepared in front of us. It's just 1 to 11. It is for this reason why even the main election, the ballot paper, it is provided in the law that political parties provide agents at the printing house. So you can't go and sit knowing this law, having prepared the law yourself. Then you sit in your room and do no mess without our knowledge, put them, instruct them in balls and say we should pick them. I think that is not right.
So what you are saying is that
our concern,
is not up to 11.
No, our concern is that we want the things that have been put in there to be prepared right in front of us. You don't need to issue award a contract to prepare this. We can do it right in front of us. All of us see the kind of paper that you are using.
After close to 20 minutes of disagreement, the commission insisted on going ahead with the process despite the NDC's concerns. At the end of it all, the governing NPP and opposition NDC picked the first and second spot on the ballot paper.
NPP will be the number 1 on the ballot, followed by NDC number 2. And then we have GUM number 3, CPP number 4, GFP number 5, GCPP number 6, APC number 7 on the ballot, LPG number 8 on the ballot, PNC number 9 on the ballot, PPP number 10 on the ballot, and NDP number 11 on the ballot.
Number 12, independent candidate.
Yes, you want 12.
Okay, so the only independent candidate takes number 12.
Here's the NDC's interpretation of their second spot on the ballot.
We are very happy about the number that we have picked. In actual fact, that was what we were expecting. We came in for 2 and we got 2. God has spoken and it's too sure. The second coming of JM, and you know what it means. When you talk about second coming, we talk about return. And yes, indeed, we are really satisfied. We are really satisfied. God has spoken. We expected number 2. We have gotten number 2. 7th of January, we are swearing President Mahama in as the next president of the Republic of Ghana.
For the NPP, their number 1 position secured affirms the victory of the party in the upcoming polls.
It makes it very easier because in terms of all spheres of our economy, we are the number 1. In terms of infrastructure development, in terms of managing the economy well, in terms of getting international recognition, in terms of everything in this country, Nana Addo has paved the way. He's the number 1.
And so would this in any way help the party secure the targeted vote that they want in this election?
This cements it. You see, this cements it because we wouldn't have had any problem being placed anywhere on the ballot because Nana Addo is well known. The NDC people know him very well. They are going to vote for him. Only that God wants to prove to the whole country that the New Patriotic Party is the number 1 party in Ghana.
Let's speak to the General Secretary of the APC, Mordecai here. Sir, thank you very much. Position on the ballot. Happy?
Well, we are so much excited. Thank God every process went on successful, and finally the All People's Congress led by Dr. Hassan Ayarga has been able to pick up 7, and then we are going to be number 7 in the ballot paper. And I think that picking up 7, it's an indication that we are going to be victorious.
Dr. Hassan Ayarga's party. Mr. Walker is here, the only independent presidential candidate in this year's election. Yes. In fact, about 4 independent candidates were attempting to govern this country. He was the only candidate who succeeded and has been approved by the EC. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Unfortunately for you, I realize that you're raising some concerns about the balloting process because automatically, since you don't have a party, you are placed at the bottom of after the balloting. What do you make of it?
No, it's not really a concern. It's a clear indication that the last slot is the winning slot. If you add 1 and 2, in numerical form, really we get number 12. So number 12 is actually going to sweep the 1 and 2 out of the way. This is what we stand for, and we're going to show it.
What kind back in Numa and I know they are trauma. San make us a more matty. Madame, my baby, I can be a mutie. Most witty make a man indeed. And yet, the men, Eddie, many pioneer, the men, can be also. When you have trouble,
what you must see a kind of NDC, MPP, at the number 1 and the number 2.
Miss Mokra. Yet, the number 1, number 2, and no crowd at that song. Here was a uncle for me, and you are more free. Now I feel a bedroom so. You the kind of food I do number 5 was near trauma.
You heard there, Madame Ikradonko, and in that report, you're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedolansa. When we come back in business, the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement Secretariat will be putting in some initiatives, and my colleague Darrell Kwal has details of that.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. The Continental Free Trade Agreement Secretariat, in collaboration with the AU, will unveil a new trading platform. The move is to ensure that physical barriers of trading amongst African countries are minimized when the trade deal begins in January next year. Secretary General of AfCFTA, Wemkele Mene, made the disclosure at the second national conference on the implementation of the agreement in Accra. There's more in the following report. Expressed confidence that trading under the Continental Free Trade Area will begin in January next year, barring any last-minute changes. After several negotiations and discussions among member states, the continent still faces the challenge of trade barriers, including fiscal barriers at various borders. This has compelled Ghana and other West African nations to explore the use of technology to increase benefit from the agreement. According to the Secretary General, Wemkele Mene, the Africa Digital Transformation Platform will go live before trading begins.
We are exploring various digital-enabled platforms that are aimed at enhancing market access and trade connectivity of small-medium enterprises to new markets across the African continent. We shall collaborate with the African Union Commission to leverage the African Continental Free Trade Area to accelerate the implementation of the Digital Transformation Strategy for Africa in order to transform production systems, promote industrialization and the use of advanced technology in all sectors of the production value chain. We intend to launch this digital platform for trade for SMEs connectivity in time for the start of trading under the AfCFTA, which is scheduled for the 1st of January 2021.
On his part, President Akufo-Addo assured that Ghana as a country has put in place all the necessary blocks to ensure it benefits from the agreement. He indicated that policies like the One District, One Factory and planting for food and exports are geared towards achieving this goal.
Development of industrial parks and special economic zones in collaboration with the private sector to make available the space for industrial establishments, obtain the economies of scale. Underpinning all these initiatives is the development of a robust and resilient macroeconomy, which will establish a strong foundation for the structural transformation of the Ghanaian economy. I draw attention to these programs and projects to reiterate the point that in Ghana, we have already laid the building blocks for our private sector to harness the benefits of AfCFTA. Additionally, the National Export Development Strategy serves as an appropriate policy framework for coordinating and consolidating public sector support for the development of exports.
The ongoing national two-day conference is under the theme Empowering Ghanaian Businesses to Harness the Benefits of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement under the framework of the National Export Development Strategy. A Ben Sabotage report for Joy Business. And we'll keep following day 2 of that conference for you. Now, the National Petroleum Authority has dismissed all the 5 grievances by the Ghana National Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union, who are asking the CEO, Hassan Tampoli, to resign. According to the downstream petroleum regulator, whilst it's not its intention to engage stakeholders in the downstream industry in a bunch of words, it believes the appropriate medium should be used to seek redress. Charles Nixon Yabua has more.
The MPA said in a statement that the Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union have no case since every concern raised have either been taken care of or being done. It is, however, inviting the union for a meeting to deliberate on the concerns raised. The 5 concerns raised by the Tanker Drivers Union include the need for the MPA to approve the 86 gas filling station outlets, alleged police harassment at checkpoints, and the issue of COVID-19 fund. Because of the aforementioned, the union demanded the dismissal of the MPA boss Hassan Tampoli, but the MPA statement said the Tanker Drivers Union is making noise without substance. For instance, with respect to COVID-19 fund, the MPA said it has no jurisdiction as to who in the petroleum industry receives COVID-19 funding. On the request to approve the 86 gas filling stations, the MPA noted that 17 out of the 86 sites had been granted no objection permit prior to 2017, to enable the applicant obtain the statutory permits to apply for construction permits. Also, 4 subsequent meetings have taken place with the union, with the last meeting scheduled to take place on the 14th October 2020, but called off due to the absence of the Gas Tanker Drivers Association. With regard to alleged police harassment at checkpoints, the MPA responded saying any driver who is in possession of the fuel delivery form cannot be harassed by any police officer.
And that's business. Sports is up next.